President William Ruto's pledge as the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya was to put to an end cases of extrajudicial killings, from disbanding the then Special Police Unit accused of extrajudicial killings to the formation of Maraga-led task force on police reforms. 3 years on, what has changed and what remains the same? Auma Evans reports.
His election bid as Kenya's 5th president in 2022, one of his key agenda was to end and dismantle the ugly face of extrajudicial killings in the country.
Nyinyi mnanielewa? Na mambo ya kusemekana ati kuna Mkenya amepotea. Hakuna Mkenya wa kupotea tena. Kama kuna mhalifu lazima apelekwe kotini. Lakini mambo ya extrajudicial killing, ati mtu anapotea, watoto wanapotea, wazee wanapotea, hiyo mambo tutakomesha na tuhakikisha kwamba lazima kila mtu apitishwe kutoka kwa sheria ndio apelekwe kotini. Hakuna mwananchi atapotea kiholela. Sijui kama tunaelewana.
At the beginning of his tenure, there were signs that he would walk the talk. First on his list when he was first sworn in as Kenya's 5th president was to disband Special Police Unit accused of orchestrating extrajudicial killings in the country.
Sijui kama tunaelewana.
Then followed the Maraga-led task force on police reforms that aimed to create a safer, more accountable and community-oriented law enforcement system in Kenya. 3 years later, the monster still lives. What exactly happened?
Where I see it, it's more a question of character than knowledge. What we have in this country are people who are highly skilled, but have no character. That is what is eating us. Leaders who are proficiently competent, technically competent, but they have no character. So until the time we get a leader or a crop of leaders who will champion character, ethics, integrity, which we don't have in this government, even in the previous one, then we are still not going anywhere.
The old ghost of state repression quickly resurfaced. The government responded with a familiar script, deploying heavily armed police to the streets in a bid to quell the protests. In 2024 only, Missing Voices documented a total of 159 cases of extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances meted on Gen Z demonstrators who took to the streets to demand for better governance. What followed was a disturbing surge in cases of police brutality, enforced disappearance, and extrajudicial killings. Scenes of young protesters being tear-gassed, beaten, or arbitrarily arrested echoes Kenya's dark chapters, reminding the nation that while the players may change, the state's default response to dissent remains deeply entrenched in violence and impunity. Auma Evans for KUTV, Nairobi.